Earth.
Air.
Water.
Fire.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku and the arrival of a strange comet in the sky, members of all nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
My name is Bree, also known as PrettiPixel, and I am playing Shurva, a warrior from the Fire Nation.
I play Mako, a firebender from the Fire Nation.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Oki, a waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
I'm Brandon, and I'm Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hey, I'm Dave, and my character is Al, the airbender from the Air Nomads.
And I'm Owen, the dungeon master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations. Hello everybody, welcome, hello, welcome to the Lost Archives. I don't know why I'm old all of a sudden. How are you doing? Welcome back everybody to our Avatar Legends stream. Say hello everybody, give them a wave, yay!
Hello everybody. Guten Tag.
Fantastic,
Hello.
Guten Tag. Fantastic. We hope you
Hello,
guys are doing...
everybody.
Oh wow, Dave's back. Amazing.
I was turning my headset up until then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn Dave's volume down a touch, and we're good to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We hope you guys are doing well.
I was on mute. I was muted, wasn't I?
No,
Yes.
you were when you were adjusting it, but hello, everybody.
And then suddenly you were very loud.
That's all G. Doesn't worry us, man. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We hope you've been having a lovely... He's gone. Okay, Dave's
Bye.
gone. He'll come back. We hope you've been having a lovely week. We've been having an absolute blast. I hope those of you who joined us for the Tyranny of Dragons session last night, thank you so much. What an intense episode. And to have one of our old players come back, Simon come back and play Wiltix, one of the OG members of the Lost Archives, was absolutely fantastic. It was really cool to have him come back and play Wiltix. So definitely we're keen to get him back again in the future. But no, really cool session. So if you haven't checked out our Tyranny of Dragons, which is a 5e campaign, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, if you're enjoying what we do here, I guarantee you're going to like what we do for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. The first 10 episodes, I'll be honest, it wasn't as pretty as it is now. We did improve the quality and the beautiful overlays that you now see before you. They weren't quite there when we first started, but if you just want to listen to the podcast, the audio quality was absolutely fine. That's all I'll say. It was fine. But we've learned a lot and come a long way since then. So no, look, I don't blame you if you just want to start from here. So yeah, no, thank you so much everybody for coming and joining us. Tonight we're going to be playing some Avatar Legends, however. So thank you everybody who's been checking out our videos on YouTube recently and commenting. It's a brand new system, Avatar Legends. So one of the things I'd really love to see is people sharing some stories about where they've set their campaigns, if you're playing it, or if you haven't started yet, where you're planning on setting it, because obviously you've got this great stretch of time that you can start to play things in. I think the rulebook has Kyoshi's era, Roku's era, Aang's era, the 100-Year War, and then after in Korra's era. So if you're playing in any one of those, let us know. Otherwise, if you've done a completely new one, if you've gone for like Avatar 1's era, let us know about it. I'd love to hear like the different settings, because I decided on this one like between Avatar Roku and Avatar Aang, just because I thought it would be a really cool setting. But there's so many options and so many cool timelines you could set it in. So yeah, if you're planning on starting a campaign, you have started a campaign, let us know what it's like. Chuck it in the YouTube comments. Love to hear. All right, that's everything from me. Any news from anybody else? Bree's got a new mic. It looks really cool.
Pretty good, Mike.
Sounds
Okay,
really
but
cool.
does it
80s,
sound
20s.
good?
Yeah, no, sounds really good. Sounds like butter.
Sounds the best one here, I'd say.
Oh no.
My
Yeah,
birthday's
that's
tomorrow.
fair.
That's cool. That's a cool news for me.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How many
Very close to 30.
how many candles will you be blowing out on your cake?
on
Too many.
between 1 and 30 are 28 of them.
Yeah. Nah, fair. No, very fair. Well, happy birthday for tomorrow, man. Very exciting. Are you doing anything fun to celebrate you two?
I'm gonna hang out with my 2 favorite bishes tomorrow. One's Allie and one's my other dog. So
Wait, hang on.
There's a joke on bitches. Korra is a girl dog. Anyway.
You know I don't approve of that behavior, so I'm not going to need to say anything about it.
But no, just nothing. Hanging out, taking it easy. Be good.
That sounds amazing. Right, well, I better do a little bit of a recap to get us back into the zone. So, our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung of the Earth Kingdom, Oki of the Water Tribe, and Aal of the Air Nomads. The children of important ambassadors of each of the 4 nations, they've been attending a historic summit at the Beifong estate. With the recent death of Avatar Roku and the arrival of a strange comet in the sky, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. After being captured by the Dai Li, the group managed to escape into the Si Wong Desert and sought refuge in the Misty Palms Oasis. After acquiring a sandship, the group located the lost library of Wan Shi Tong, the Knowledge Spirit. However, their time in the library was cut short by the arrival of a number of firebenders and Fire Nation soldiers, which led an enraged Wan Shi Tong, sinking the library deep into the sands. The team then made their way towards the Si Wong Rock, a giant magnetic meteorite in the center of the desert. After bluffing their way into the Fire Nation outpost set up alongside the rock, the party realized that the Fire Nation were in the process of mining and refining the rock into extremely strong magnets. Deciding to prevent the Fire Nation from having access to this, the party detonated an explosion which released an ancient ocean spirit. Having heard rumors this spirit could grant wishes, Mako took a gamble and wished for his mistakes to be undone. The results of this incredibly vague wish are still being learned by the party, but they now know that Mako's father is alive and at a Fire Nation camp outside the walls of Ba Sing Se. Deciding to make their way to the camp, the group en route, Mako, Rung, and Oki were actually separated from the party when a section of ground caved in beneath them and deposited them into a badger mole nest. Using food to distract the moles, the group escaped down a side tunnel and ran into a mysterious old man wandering the maze. After a slightly unnerving conversation with this slightly creepy man, it was revealed he was in fact a spirit who proceeded to chastise the group for making a reckless wish. After learning the wish may have had repercussions amongst the spirits, which is throwing the world out of balance, the old man encourages the group to head to the Northern Water Tribe to learn more about the spirit world and where to find various locations to appease the spirits. They know that there are 4 locations they need to travel to, however where these are and what they need to do still remains a bit of a mystery to the group. Finally arriving at the Fire Nation camp, however, Mako was reunited with his father, who warned the group that the Fire Nation and the Dai Li were working together now. The official word from the Earth Queen is that the Dai Li who tried to capture the group were a rogue splinter cell working to undermine the throne, and the Dai Li who are still loyal to the throne are more than happy to cooperate and assist with the Fire Nation's efforts to track down these kidnappers. Knowing that time is precious and the group only have a few weeks left before the next full moon, they have decided to try and find the Water Tribe delegates who travelled with Oki, who apparently are camped at a section of ocean just near the Serpent's Pass. And we left off last session with you guys leaving behind Mako's father, leaving behind the 2 companions you'd picked up, the Shirshu and the bounty hunter, whose names I have genuinely just forgotten. Layla and Jen. There you go. Wow. That was horrific. Layla and Jen. Layla the Shirshu, Jen the mercenary. Having left those 2 behind, you've now made your way back out across the plains. The walls of Ba Sing Se rise high behind you. You can see the shadow cast from is covering the land in almost darkness and shadow, where the walls are reflecting just behind the sun. But the land in front of you and the massive train line leading from the walls of Ba Sing Se down towards the lakeside front, where you can see a ferry is operating across a large lake, is open and inviting before you. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a walk to get to your destination. My question is, while you guys are walking across this area of flat land, is there anything in particular you're doing? Any preparation? What are you guys up to? Just so that I know where you're at. Nope, just walking along.
Snacking.
If it's really boring, Oki might try and give some people some pieces of cactus flesh.
It is very boring. Yeah, no, it is very boring. Absolutely, because you're just walking across this large section of open plain land. So yes, literally plain land. So yeah, it's pretty boring. Get it? No.
So just
All right.
making people trip as you walk through here, like some really bad John Appleseed or something like that.
I'm gonna, you know how like when you find that rock on the ground and you just kick it along with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be doing that. I want to
Just kicking a rock along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just kicking a rock along the ground as it sort of rolls in front of yourself, and you kind of kick it a bit wide one time right in front of Shurva, who turns around and looks at you and gives you a bit of a squint, like, "Why are you kicking rocks at me, Mako?" You quickly run over and kick it back in a straight line.
Shin.
Nice.
Ah!
Yeah. Well, that happens.
Aren't you wearing boots? Metal armor boots. Ooh.
About it.
It's armor penetrating pebble, so it just powers straight through the boots, smashes into his shin. But yeah, okay. So just no extra special things. So Oki, you're trying to hand out this cactus flesh. Can you roll to trick, please?
Oh god.
And who are you giving it to first?
The first one that she would offer it to would be Shurva, like just to see what would happen.
Okay, yeah. Shurva, if you want to roll to assess the situation to see if you can see through this, please
I
feel
forgot
free.
to pull up the character sheet. Give me a second.
How dare you?
So rude.
I find your
character
lack of
sheet,
preparation
rolling
disturbing.
trick.
Oh dear. 6 from Shurva. 12 from Oki. Oh, that's not good. Oki, yeah, you just pull out some, like, you pretend to like munch on it as you're walking along, and then you go, "Oh, Shurva, it's a bit hot. Did you want a snack? I've still got some fruit left over from my pack."
It is cactus fruit, but it is delicious, and I'm fairly certain I got all the hallucinogenics out.
Fairly.
Awesome. Sure.
It is very
Awesome.
quenchy.
It's very quenchy.
I could really use some quenching right now.
Yeah, okay. You hand a piece of cactus flesh is handed over to you. You munch on down. She's thinking about it. For podcast listeners, Bree's really thinking about it. She's like, her face is all screwed up. She's trying to sort of see through. Like, she's trying to figure out. Fucking Rain Man over here, like, looking like, "Oh, if I do that, then what's going to happen to this? Like, how's that going to affect my meta?"
Well, like, what does cactus juice do?
You've seen Avatar the Last Airbender, right? Where Sokka drinks the cactus juice.
I don't really remember it.
That's okay. Then don't worry, you'll be fine.
Sure, just absolutely munching away, chewing on it.
Yeah, as you munch on it, you begin to feel like really good, really happy, a little bit disoriented, but generally like pretty happy. Like, you find yourself, like, your worries and stresses tend to, like, they seem to flow away a little bit. You feel good. Like, you feel, yeah, a bit energized, a bit happy. Yeah, it feels good. Your lips are tingling a little bit, but that's probably fine.
Okay, I start trying to my foot in front of Mako to like kick his rock before he can.
You guys watch as Shurva tries to trip a small bush over towards the left of you as you're walking past. Shurva, you are trying to trip Mako. Mako keeps dodging. Like, every time you go to trip him, he like moves around and like does a little like dance around and avoids getting tripped. But for those of you, like, for the rest of you, Shurva's just like standing there trying to trip a bush and missing. Like, just yeah.
It's revenge for hooking us up with Jen.
I don't even remember who Jen is. I don't know how I came to be with her.
Hey, I'm not the one who made the really poorly worded wish. Don't look at me.
Everything is Mako's fault. This entire campaign, everything can be drawn back to being Mako's fault.
Yeah. As you turn around, Shurva, you see Mako behind you as well. And then you look in the front, and there's another Mako there. And then you turn back, and there's another Mako behind you. There's currently 2 Makos. One in front of you, one behind you. The one in front of you is like dancing around, looking really silly. The one behind you is just looking really confused.
I just said, what are you looking at?
Oki, Shurva turns towards you and says, "What are you looking at?"
I may have given you a little bit too much cactus in hindsight.
Mako, what's wrong with your voice?
Rung, she's asking you that
Puberty.
question as she turns and looks at you.
So I got distracted there for a second. I had to quickly send an email, I'll be honest.
That's okay. Shurva turns to you and goes, Mako, what's wrong with your voice? And asks you that question.
Oh god, okay. I'll look over at Mako and be like, yeah, am I doing this now? Am I doing this?
Don't
Alright,
look away when I'm talking to you.
Shurva, what's really
You're so
weird is
rude.
that
I'm
there's now
sorry,
lots of
Mako.
Makos, but they're wearing like other clothes. Like there's a Mako wearing like Rung's Earth Nation clothes. There's a Mako wearing like Oki's Water Tribe clothes. Like very feminine Water Tribe clothes. And then there's a Mako wearing like Avatar Airbender clothes. There's just lots of Makos around you. There's currently 4 Makos. Well, 5 if you count the bush. There's like 5 Makos around you right now. And as you look down at your hands, you have Mako's hands. You are Mako as well.
Is there a little Mako on Oki's shoulder as well?
No. It's to Shurva. All of you look like Mako right now, but wearing your normal clothes, but just looking like Mako.
Okay.
It's done.
What?
You hear Mako's voice responding when Oki talks. Whenever anyone talks, it sounds like Mako.
Okay, I may have given you a little bit too much revenge, Cactus, and for that I am now sorry. But
Can I look
on the
into
outside,
Shurva's eyes?
Yeah, her
You're
pupils are
really
really
like
dilated
that.
right now. Like her pupils are huge.
Oki, what did you do to Shurva?
I have sent her on a spiritual journey to find herself in revenge for landing us with Jen.
Shurva, whenever anyone says a name that's not Mako, it sounds like Mako to you as well, just so you know.
What is my obsession with Mako?
Well, so you get a little bit of the positive and then a little bit of fear. And I was like, what would make Shurva the most frustrated and fearful? Having to look after 5 Makos. So,
yeah, that's about right.
because what happens with soccer is that he gets a little bit paranoid partway through with Momo and with the desert. So I was like, yeah, that'll be fun. We'll play with that. But yeah, you're currently on a bit of a bad acid trip at the moment, a bad cactus trip.
What would
Bad
happen
Mako
if-
trip.
What would happen if
Yeah.
I do this and I just shoot fire?
Where?
Just above Shurva.
Shurva, you watch as hundreds of tiny Makos fly out of Mako's hand and then fall on the ground and then disappear.
Oh,
The hell?
What?
what if I try it? And there's like I stand next to Mako and I do like the foot to the ground like and then punch a rock.
You watch as Mako earthbends, but instead of earth, the Makos get pulled out of the earth and he begins bending Makos.
Tell me a giant long water stream looks like a really, really long Mako.
Yeah, really long Mako. Yeah.
I don't remember signing up
Guys,
to look
guys.
after this many of you little
Guys.
bastards.
You remember the synchronized dancing we did, right? Let's go.
That's right. Mexican wave in front of Shurva right now.
Yeah.
Shurva, you watch as the Makos begin dancing around you.
I didn't know you knew how to dance.
This is like some terrible like Fantasia acid trip.
Marktasia.
On parade?
Goes on parade.
Shurva, you watch as now the Mako that is currently dressed in Oki's clothes, the hair grows out to look like Oki's hair.
Okay, I reach out and just kind of touch her hair. Make sure that it's actually long. So I like touch it like partway down.
Oki, Shurva starts touching your hair.
I think she just pats Shurva just on the head. It's like, okay, that was a dick move of me. I probably should have told you before I gave you the cactus.
You can hear Oki's voice again now as she speaks.
Okay, this is Oki.
Oki,
Don't trust anyone.
you're safe.
Can I
You're on a
have some water
spiritual journey.
that doesn't
Yes,
look like Mako?
Okay. I
Some
give her my non-bending water, like the actual drinking water.
Mako
Yep.
water?
Mako water?
Your water?
You start drinking
Great
Makos.
idea
No,
for a business.
no. As you have a drink,
like spice.
Shurva, you already start to feel a bit better. As you're sort of taking a drink, people gradually start morphing back into their normal forms again. They don't look like Mako anymore. Except for
Bush
Mako.
look like now.
No, the bush is just a bush once more as it begins to wear off. It's because it's been kept for a bit of time, the cactus juice has lost some of its potency, so it's not lasting anywhere near as long as it normally does. And as it begins to wear off, the effects begin to fade. You still feel good and happy. Like, you still have that same feeling of elation at the moment and positivity and energy, but the hallucinations have begun to wear off now.
Okay. I mean,
Until you look up and Marco's
juice
face
do you
is in the
have
sun. Like Teletubby style, Marco's face.
oh my god.
No. You didn't
All
say
in
that.
all, I feel pretty good.
Feel like you awakened
Check out that
something?
cactus.
Third eye?
If that third eye can only see in Mako, sure.
That's just
I've
I've awakened my turd eye in that case then.
You missed me so much then, didn't you?
Oh, no. No.
How much of that juice do you have, by the way, Oki?
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Owen, how much do I have left? How much did I feed to Shurva?
You gave about half to Shurva. You only had, I think, 2 portions of it, so you only got 1 portion left.
Oh, I really want to see what I see.
We could
It's time to go back to the
Yeah,
desert.
Is this
Yeah, we
like
can
a
go back.
spiritual journey situation?
You guys can do what you want. No, please feel free to hand Marco some. Go for it.
Recreationally doing cactus juice?
Wait. Why did you see me, Shurva?
What would your father say?
I don't know.
What would? Which one? The dead one or a live one?
Same one,
Same
aren't they?
person.
Yeah, true. He wouldn't know.
Third one doesn't matter. Does he? No.
Wait,
Does he?
does
No.
he? Yes.
Drinking
Does
his
he?
dad. He's both
No.
dead and alive.
He's just right.
In a stupid position.
He both cares and doesn't care.
He both wants
is
me
dead.
not to do this, and he doesn't care at all at the same
Shredding
time.
his father.
Mako, it could be an interesting thing to see if you discover anything more about spiritfish.
Spirit.
Oh,
Wait, hang on
God.
a second.
Spirit fish.
Do you really need more spirit fish?
Spiritfish.
I reach over.
Okay.
To grab it.
I'm only worried that if he eats this, he's gonna run, like, leg it in the direction of some kind of fish that we
Okay.
don't see.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't
Ready.
make another wish, we're good.
Marco,
Ready
I
you,
back
promise
to
anything.
this train, Mako.
Marco, you eat the cactus juice.
No.
Eat the cactus flesh. Juicy cactus flesh. Yeah, I mean, immediately you feel quenched. Obviously, it's the quenchiest. But
Quenches.
following up on that, yeah, again, the same effect. You start to feel a bit energized. You feel a bit good. You feel a bit happy, and you sort of find yourself like all the cares and worries that you've been holding on to. They just feel so far away, just out of reach at the moment. So it's not that you don't care. It's just that they just feel so hard to hold on to. You know, man. Like, why would you hold on to that stuff?
Fine.
All that
Yeah,
negativity.
true.
And to your eyes, you watch as the sky, the clouds begin to sway and roll into patterns and these swirling, very, very like starry night style. They begin to swirl into patterns and spirals. And as you sort of look up the sky, it's really beautiful. So it twists and turns, and you see the stars sort of coming out in the daytime, and the moon drifting across the sky behind some clouds. Even though it's still the daytime, everything begins spiraling and moving around in front of your vision.
Guys, it's night. It's nighttime all of a sudden. How to do that?
It's hot as hell out here. What the hell is he talking about?
Everyone else
What do you
looks
see up
normal.
there?
As you look down at the rest of the crew, there is now a badger mole wearing Brandon's outfit,
Oh, God.
wearing
No.
Rung's outfit. Wearing Rung's outfit. Oki is now a giant version of her animal companion, which is what was your animal companion again, Oki? It was a otter fox. Yeah, Oki is now a giant otter fox, and her otter fox companion is now a tiny Oki on her shoulder.
A fox.
Ricky, how'd you get so small?
Aal is a sky bison, and Shurva is a dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
Guys, why are you animals?
What do you see?
What's wrong, Marco?
Nice.
no,
That's what you
no,
hear.
no.
Yep, you hear that. You hear that as is. Nice, Dave. Nice.
Are you okay, guys? Not to alarm you, but you're all animals.
Oh, what animals are we?
Yeah, am I a little rabbit? A
No,
fish?
You're a badger mole.
My arch enemy. Then I grab you, like, stop making me a badger mole.
The badger mole begins shaking you violently. Violently, Mako.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
I'm just getting blasted by fire. I'm like, I am not a badger mole.
There's a dragon. There's an otter fox, giant otter fox, and a small Oki. It's really weird. Don't know why there's a small Oki, but there's a giant otter fox.
Artifacts are pretty cool.
And there's a flying bison, which really scares me. I don't know what that is. No, I do, but I haven't seen one yet.
How's its beard?
What was that, sorry?
How's the Sky Bison's beard?
It's got a
Oh, it's
majestic
full.
beard.
Yeah. No, it's majestic
got a
and
really
full.
nice beard.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't see Doctor.
I thought about it. Oh no, Andrew, as you look down at your hands, they're hooves.
No.
You are the doctor.
You are the duck, dear.
What have I become?
All right. Mako, you do find the effects beginning to lessen, the illusion that this sort of hallucination begins to wear off after a few minutes. But that feeling of elation and happiness stays in place. Shurva and Mako, I need both of you to mark the foolish condition for the next... oh no, it's not that you're feeling foolish though, it's that you are going to act foolishly. It's a good question. Is there any...
Anyway.
It's more that, like, because at the moment, while you're under the effects of the cactus juice, you don't think through the consequences of your actions, and you're automatically inclined to make decisions that pop into your head in a moment's notice without thinking through what you're doing.
God.
I'm willing to click on foolish for now.
Okay, just trying to see if there's any better condition to mark that off. Not really.
Sometimes
No.
I have it as like a
Marco's
balance
character.
option, but
Yeah, what are your balances between? So Shurva, your balance is between self-reliance and trust. Nah, none of those are particularly appropriate for you. No, I think we'll keep it as, like, if you can both mark foolish, but rather than feeling foolish, you're actually acting foolish. And then if once you have done a foolish act, then you can mark that off again. You can mark that condition away. Once you've done something foolish.
Punch yourself in the face. It's my favorite thing. We hit the foolish one.
Amazing. During this time, you guys have actually walked a fair distance, and you've actually come up towards the edge of the railway line, this large stone platform that's high above you. It's sort of about 2-3 meters off the ground. Essentially, it's been created by earthbending, 100%. You can see this train track, essentially, that's a flat stone surface with little stone railings on either side, raised up on these pillars of stone that have been erected. Rung instantly recognized this as this has been earthbent. Effectively, not a rush job. People have taken time to make this look good. And in the distance, you can actually see a train being pushed by an earthbender, heading away from you. It looks like they've passed by while you were tripping, essentially. And it is now heading towards the walls of Ba Sing Se, away from the ferry. The ferry station as well is only probably a couple of 100 meters away from you, where you've caught up to now at this point. A ferry has just pulled out of the station. It looks like when the ferry dropped passengers off to this train, it's now left the ferry terminal again. But you can still see there are actually quite long lines of people lined up trying to get on the ferry outside the ferry station. But the ferry heading away from Ba Sing Se, completely empty. No one's on it. Just for some context.
We're in Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
Maybe the tickets are cheap, because no one's really riding, so they'll just give them to us because it wants money. Good a deal.
at
So my
the
question
same
is-
time.
Sorry, Ali.
Go ahead. All good.
My question is, did you guys want to go and look at the ferry terminal? It's not quite where you need to head to. You know that you need to head past it along the coastline. But did you want to go check it out? See what's going on there, or carry on your merry way towards where you think the water tribe might be?
think I'll take the bait.
I'm
Take the
taking
bait? Take the bait. Fantastic. Yeah. As you guys
Yeah,
begin
see
heading.
what's going on.
Yeah. As you guys begin heading towards the ferry terminal, it's not too long before you can see that people are actually lined up outside of the ferry terminal. The ferry terminal is full, and people are now actually sitting underneath the train track, this large stone train track for shade, lined up. And as you begin sort of walking up to the back of the line, one of the guys at the back turns around, this older Earth Kingdom citizen sort of turns around and goes, "No cutting in line, no cutting in line." He eyes you guys off.
No, I wouldn't cut in line. Oh, sorry.
Who's cutting
you
in
cut out.
line?
We're lining up behind you.
Is it worth cutting in line for, though? What's this? Not that I would. But I could.
He looks at you. The line for the ferry terminal. What do you mean? What is this?
Why
Wait your
is it so
turn.
busy?
I don't know. I'm at the back of the line. I can't see what's going on up in front.
Ah. I walk up the front. Start walking up towards the front.
As you begin walking past the line, there's cries of, "Oh, no cutting! No, stop that! Don't cut the line!"
No, I'm not cutting. I'm just saying what's happening.
I just want
I've
to
been
speak to
waiting.
the manager.
I've been waiting here for 2 days. You want to speak to the manager? Oh, as you say that, you want to speak to the manager. Suddenly a look of fear crosses the people's eyes, and they immediately look away from you and no longer engage with you. There's no more cries of no cutting in line. There's no more calling out of like, "What are you doing?" It's just suddenly, oh, look away.
You keep using that one. It works.
It works. We found their kryptonite.
The manager.
Yeah, as you guys begin walking past, you can see a real mix of different people, mostly Earth Kingdom, but you do see the occasional person wearing nondescript robes that could mark them as citizens of any nation. Mixture of young sort of young people such as yourself, sort of late teens, early 20s, a few families with young children, a few couples, a few older people, a real mix of all different areas of society. And more importantly, it looks like it's mostly people who are, let's say, lower SES in the Earth Kingdom. So not wearing really expensive clothing, not wearing really expensive rings or jewelry, people wearing very practical clothing, very practical items, and not carrying too much luggage with them, but all of them just lining up, hiding under the shade of this train track above them, and all just looking very hopeless, very dejected, very confused as to what's going on. And you pass by all these people, and as you step inside the ferry terminal, what can only be described as an Earth Kingdom conductor, an incredibly muscular man, a picture like The Rock, like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, but squeezed into this tiny official like conductor's suit, like bright green. It's barely staying on his chest, and as he spots you guys coming in, he sort of like points and goes, "Oh, it's going to be back of the line there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Back of the line, please. If you're lining up for the ferry, back of the line, please."
Of course. Just wondering, why is there a line?
What? To get on the ferry? Is that not
Why is it
that
so
not
big?
obvious? But the ferry's at reduced capacity at the moment, please. We've got a priority system. Do you have your fast pass? You fast pass holders?
I signed up and sent it to the Fast Pass office recently.
He points over at the ticket booth behind it. You can pick it up there then, mate. Very nice.
Awesome. But why is it busy?
Well, trying out a new priority system, top down from the Earth Queen.
Well, it's not really working, is it?
What do you mean?
Seems like people have been waiting for like 2 days.
Is that how long the line is? Sort of looks outside and looks back and goes,
I'm not judging, I'm just interested to know. We're just walking through. I mean, do we need to catch a ferry, everyone? Do we?
No, we don't.
Wait,
need
hang
to
on,
go.
wait, sorry. If you're not here to catch a ferry, then what are you doing here? This is...
Why don't you just put everyone on the ferry and just send them across?
Look, members of the upper class don't want to be mixing with... He sort of looks
You
over
could.
at the thing and doesn't finish that sentence.
It's okay. It's okay.
You could have a separate area on the boat for them.
Yeah, he points at the ferry station. Yeah.
God damn
Right
it.
here.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
How often does the ferry go? It's like every day, 2 days,
Twice a day.
hour, 2 hours, twice a day.
So there've been people out there for 2 days when it goes
Yep.
twice a day. Has anyone actually got on the boat recently?
One man at the front puts his hand and was like, I snuck on for a few seconds before they caught me. Well, shut up, you. You're lucky I'll let you keep your place in line.
When was that, sir?
Wow,
3
you
days
still really
ago.
far back into line.
You've been in line for 3 days.
Yeah, they put me at the back after I snuck on.
Oh,
The guy who's talking
survive.
is a younger earthbender, dressed in sort of slightly nicer clothes, really well groomed beard and moustache. So just the chin strap beard and then a moustache across the front. But yeah, like bit of a cheeky grin, cheeky look in his eyes, and you can see a bruise on his upper arm that he is kind of like showing off a little bit proudly almost. Sort of looks down as he says, "Yeah, they threw me off." Looks down at his arm and then gives a bit of a nod.
Law and the law one.
Yeah, basically.
But why do you look at sort of the crowd? Why do you guys want to be on this ferry where you wait in the sun and turn browner than leather?
Well, I'm visiting my family in the outer city. I'm trying to get to Omashu. I just want to get out of Basin, so... All these people start talking back to you.
Ah,
It's not
then why
possible.
not walk?
What was that, sorry, Yoki?
Exactly what Rung just said. Why can't you just walk? Surely.
Are you suggesting these people take the Serpent's Pass? Yeah, alright, good luck then.
Oh,
why don't you just build a different boat?
What?
you guys could turn yourselves into a raft.
Like, just make a boat.
You
Alright,
you
make
want
a
these
boat
people
then.
to swim across the
I didn't
lake?
say swim, I said make a boat.
Out of what?
There's like trees like on the river down there.
You look at, like, you have walked for a number of hours. Like, the trees
Yeah,
are very
no,
far away.
Yeah,
But
like,
the
if you
younger
go
the
from-
younger guy, the younger earthbender who like called out before was like, "Fuck!" Immediately gets out of line and begins walking away.
Like, you don't have to
Make a
pay
great
that as
leader,
well.
Michael.
Like, you're paying these
Ye-
people to...
You hear from
Waste
outside,
3 days
guys,
of your
we
life."
can just make a boat out of trees. And you watch as members of the the line begin leaving and following this younger guy. Make the boat, as he starts walking away.
You think any of those guys have a fast pass they don't need?
No, they would...
Mate, if these guys had a fast pass, they'd be on the boat. Come on, don't be ridiculous. Are you picking up your fast pass or what? He looks over at the ticket office. What are you stalling for? Come on.
Oh,
Go get your
I
fast
don't
pass.
actually have one. How much is it?
I'm sorry, did you lie to me?
Yeah, I did.
He walks over to you,
Oh,
Rung, and stands a good foot above you and looks down at you. I don't like it when people lie to me.
But I told the truth.
Al stands on
didn't I?
Rung's shoulders.
Rung, suddenly out of nowhere, Al just vaults up onto your back and stands on your shoulders.
And looks down at the guard.
Yeah,
Can I not even flinch just to show you how like intimidating we are?
yeah, I'll allow that. The guard steps back and looks up. The conductor, I'll call him, steps back and looks up and goes, "I'm not messing with a fucking circus crew."
Yeah, you walk away.
Fucking Circus and Badgermole over here. I'm not mucking with them.
Who told you about the badger moles?
Who told you about them?
What are you talking
Are
about?
you with them? The badger moles.
What?
It's a weird thing just to bring up badger moles. Never mind. It's not important.
He
right
like
now.
points down
What
at
is
his
important is how
uniform,
we get a fast
which has
pass.
like the crest of the royal family on it, and there's like 2 badger moles holding up the Earth Kingdom circle coin. And then he points behind you again, the emblem of the 2 badger moles holding up the Earth Kingdom's coin. He's like, it's literally the symbolic animal of the Earth Kingdom. Well, I don't think it's that weird to bring that up.
Rung's having a moment to himself of realization that there were not many badger mole. Potentially did not either notice or there weren't. Either is just as bad. Badger moles in his town. He's seeing them everywhere now. It's
Yeah.
He's paid attention, eyes wide open.
He looks over at you guys. No, you done wasting my time, or are you leaving? What's going on? Are you catching the ferry? Are you? What was that?
Fast pass? Do we need a fast pass? Everyone? How do we get one? How much are they?
Where are we trying to go?
It's going a couple more, like
Oh, okay,
a
yeah,
kilometer
what
or
do we-
two. Looking to go find my
Should we-
family.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, check out the
just have to
ferry.
say, you should really rethink your business strategy. It doesn't seem to be working as effectively as it could be.
Mate, I get paid like 40 gold pieces in bribes every time I keep one of these lot off the boat and let just a member of the upper city on the boat by themselves.
You know what? It is working out for you. I take that
Yeah.
back.
One of the people behind goes, sorry, what did he just say? What?
I said he took bribes.
Yeah, he takes bribes. It's a lot of money though. How much gold do you have?
You look over at these people, they do not look like they have a lot of gold.
What if, with that money, you made a second ferry so that one ferry could always be for delegates and one could just be for everyone else?
Or
then you can
what
just
if I
have
just
one
keep the money
delegate.
myself and keep doing whatever
then
the fuck I want?
But then you would make more money over a longer period of time.
Yeah, but I'd have less money now.
You see this man of his muscles, Mako? It would wither away if he did not have 40 gold a day to keep this muscle mass.
Do you know how many
It's
chickens I
water-
need to eat to maintain this body?
27.
At least 2.
How many
Yes,
how many chicken horses I need to eat to maintain this body?
Chicken horses.
Yeah,
Stand by 27.
by half. They're pretty big. I can't smash more than half, but that's still pretty
Oh,
impressive.
Rung is intimidated and impressed by the size of this man. In a cool way, in a
So-
macho way. Should we just wonder? Sorry.
So you're all right just leaving these people waiting out here for days?
Yep. Yeah, I've
And this
yeah.
came
Let
down
me
from
think
the
about
Queen,
it.
you said.
Yeah, no, I am. What was that?
You said these instructions came down from the Queen.
Well, I mean, from the palace itself, probably.
And what were the
Oh, no,
instructions?
was it Pung?
It was passed on by like a member of the royal family.
Who were they?
I don't know. I didn't meet them myself. Just got sent a personal
Okie
message.
Oki knows.
Were they? Did you get a bratty vibe?
No, I didn't meet them. They sent a messenger down.
So when you
Did
met
have
them,
a bratty vibe?
No, I didn't meet them.
Huh. Did you get the vibe? No.
No, I can't read. I had my colleague read it out.
Imagine. Rung turns away. Maybe it's time. We go wonder. Will we know if this is the best way to get to where we need to go?
No, you know this is the wrong direction. If you take the
Oh,
ferry, you're going to be on the opposite side of the river to where you need to be.
Is the station, the hut, whatever, like the area?
The
that
ferry
we're in,
station. Yeah.
Is it full of people? Or-
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What were you thinking?
Nothing.
Yeah.
what you want
I
to do
just-
in front of
I just-
people?
Every time you think of something, I'm thinking fire.
No, don't think that. That's not a good idea.
Oh, the boat was running smoothly until the Fire Nation attacked. I mean, come on. I was making a tidy profit in side hustle until the Fire Nation attacked.
Tiny.
But yeah, the guard sort of seems to be a bit done with you and starts moving towards you and like pointing to the exit. Yeah, that's enough now. You can get out. Thank you. Clearly, you
Is
can't
the
afford a
ferry
fast
there,
pass.
Like inside?
Nah, it's already left.
Cool. As I leave, I'm just telling her.
What was that? Sorry, Andrew, you dropped out at the last bit there.
I tell everyone as I leave that they're just taking bribes. They don't care about you at all.
A young family with two so young couple, 2 young kids and a baby sort of around the father's father's waist. He's sort of holding the youngest child in a swaddle, this young baby. One of the little kids looks up and goes, "What's a bribe?" And Dad goes, "Nothing we can afford, son. I'm sorry." Okay. Yeah.
Yep. I
There's only
got
way
no
to-
money. I'm not in charge of our money.
I don't think it's worth. As I'm just sort of wandering past, I'm just sort of whispering to everyone's it's probably not worth taking to that dude so they can all just storm the boat. I mean, they wouldn't even know what to do with the boat. They'd probably sink the boat. There's no point. We can't help them, surely, right? It wouldn't make sense to. We can't afford all of them.
how much is like in like a week's worth? How much would people normally earn in the Earth Nation?
It really depends on where they sit in, because Rung would know that the Earth Nation, the Earth Kingdom, is very highly class structured. So the upper class, I can see you, Bree. The upper class, for podcast listeners, Bree just took the most suspicious bite of like a
meat pie.
Meat pie? Yeah.
Traveler's pie?
Just looking really
Travelers?
suspicious.
Yeah,
Really suspicious as she did,
mate,
though.
it's
Like,
great.
I don't know if she was trying to hide it, but she did a terrible job. Yeah, there we go. Not sponsored, unfortunately. Look,
Show
if you want to
that all the
sponsor us,
international viewers. This is
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
have in Australia. Traveler's pie.
Can you
Traveller's pie.
imagine if 7-Eleven sponsored us, considering
I'd be
how
okay
much
with that.
fuel costs right now?
Oh,
I'd
my
take that.
God.
Oh god.
Although
Yeah,
I
I
just take a discount on fuel.
yeah,
Just give me a
although
tank of fuel, I'll do anything.
I don't have to pay for fuel with my job, so maybe I shouldn't be agreeing.
I got half a tank for $60 the other day. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I think it was like
100.
120 for a full tank. I cried.
Look, maybe we should have
Been
electric
riding a
cars.
bike.
Australian government. Essentially, essentially, yeah. As Rung is sort of like, oh yeah, sorry, no, Andrew, you're asking how much people earn. Yeah, so you know that the Earth Kingdom is a very tiered class structure. The people at the bottom are basically like slaves in a way. They're earning pitiful amounts of money, especially in the big cities like Ba Sing Se and Umashu. Anyone who is like lower down in the class structure is making very little money at all.
So that family,
Yeah.
would 5 silver be a lot? or
Yes,
not?
5 silver would be a couple of weeks worth of wage for them. Yeah, they'd probably
Okay,
make
I just
about
passed.
between the two of them probably about a silver a week.
Oh god, okay, I just passed
Yeah.
on the 5 silver. That just because I'm like, yeah.
How
you need to go
obviously are you doing this? Just so that I know.
do- not actually. I go to one of the children,
Yep.
and I'm this, is, and I'm like, because I mentioned the bro, I'm like, don't worry about that. And I pull out like fruit that I would still have because I didn't give any of it to the badger moles.
You pull out some cactus fruit. Yep.
No,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
But if I
Um,
had some,
I'm kidding.
and I just hand the child the fruit, and then I pat the father on the back saying, "You try hard enough," and I grab his hand and give him the money, trying to be as.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We don't need to get on the ferry now. We can go back. We can afford rent for another few weeks. Thank you so much, sir. You're too
Stay
generous.
safe.
If you ever come to Passing Safe, if you ever need a place to stay, you can come and stay with the Shu family. Ask for us in the Craftsman's District. That people will direct you. The Shu family. You can always stay with us if you ever need a place to go.
No, it's okay. Thank you for that.
Suddenly been increased astronomically.
Yes, a number of the other boroughs have been cleared out as part of the gentrification. The politicians are calling it. There's not enough space inside the walls of Ba Sing Se for everyone, so they're trying their best to push honest working folk out to make room for their gardens and palaces. It's disgusting.
It is. Yeah, new city. Blackjack.
Six generations my family have lived in Ba Sing Se and worked for the Earth Queen and worked for the Earth Kings. And now they turn their backs on us in our time of need.
Hmm.
You
I'll
thought
keep
about
it
it
in
right.
Man, the Earth Nation sounds like it sucks.
I know, right?
Oh, whoa.
Do I at least get health insurance?
Yeah, I'll. You feel a tap. You feel a tap on your shoulder, and as you turn around, as muscular as that, as muscular as the conductor was, this guy is even more so. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his heyday of like bodybuilding levels of muscle. What did you say about the Earth Kingdom, mate?
On my shoulders.
Look, I
Yeah.
said it. Yeah. Al jumps onto Rung's shoulders.
Talking
I
about
love the
that.
Earth Queen. And he pulls open his chest, and you can see he has tattooed a picture of the Earth Queen on his chest, along with a picture of the previous Earth King, the previous Earth King, the previous Earth Queen, as it goes down his chest and stomach. I love the Earth Queen.
Do we recognize any of these people in this chest?
Nah, no. You don't recognize any of the people in his chest. Nice try.
No.
And then as he turns around on his back, you see a picture of Pung. No. Kidding.
No.
A big love harp and arrow.
Yeah.
Pung.
King Pung. No, the Earth Queen is in the center, and the other monarchs are smaller and arranged around her. But the Earth Queen's front and center. Hukue.
Don't you think this sounds like a bit unfair to your kinsmen, to your fellow Earth Nation citizens?
If the Earth Queen needs my land, she can have my land. She can have my life.
Oh.
Huh.
You know, it's a good coal
one of
mine down
those
south
people.
if you wanted a good place to work. Good coin. Want to get your hands dirty, literally.
Would it serve the Earth Queen?
Yeah, Earth Queen buys the coal. We dig the coal, we sell the coal. They sell it on to other people who make tanks and they use it for other things to keep warm. Yeah, it serves Earth Queen at the end of the day. Just go dig some coal. You're a big muscly man. I reckon you could rip it out the wall with your arms. You could just punch it out and grab the coal.
You should have said so sooner. He walks up to the wall of the ferryway station and punches a hole through it. You watch as his hand comes out holding a section of tile. The conductor runs out the front and goes, "Mate, what do you think you're doing? I'm looking for coal." Mate, get out of here! Get out of here! What are you doing? That man said I could find coal. I just have to punch a hole in a wall. He points back at you, Ron.
No, not that wall. Much further down.
The conductor walks
told
over to you.
this was much further.
I think it's time you leave, boys. Hey, thank you, but get out of here right now.
Yeah.
Mr. Conductor, while you're here, don't you think it's unfair for your kinsmen to have to wait for so long to get on a ferry?
Mate, get the fuck out of here before I earthbend you. Before I break you in half.
Is that a threat?
Is it just this one?
No,
man
it's a
here?
promise, and he puts a very weighty hand on your shoulder, Al.
Is it
No, I'm an air nomad, but you better be careful who you threaten in the future.
is it just this
What?
one man here?
Hey, what are you gonna do? You gonna meditate at me? Oh yeah, come at me.
No, I'm saying you're lucky I'm an air nomad.
Can I
Yep.
assess the situation here?
Yeah, of course you can.
How many
Don't know how much I want to punch this guy in the face.
how many
Yeah.
how many guys are around here?
Let's see the roll.
Honestly,
9
I
mixed
probably
success.
would
Yep.
have already done it because I am foolish.
So you're asking how many other conductors and guards there are?
Yeah, there are any conductors or guards, just this one man, like
No, there are more inside, but at the moment it's just him outside. He has come out by himself.
Ah, you shouldn't have done that.
It's 3 more inside.
Hmm.
Marco,
more inside.
did you wanna do something?
Yeah, I'm gonna strike.
Just gonna punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I'll say to the dude, before you strike,
I
I'll
am
say to the
foolish.
guy, I've just told Cole, like, if you need a job, town Lai Wo Wo, Bolo family will take care of you for work. Trust me.
Unfortunately, as you start to say that, Marco punches him in the face. No.
I was gonna
Because
say to
Marco
him-
said he was punching him before you said that, so
Yeah, the
unfortunately,
conductor dude, I'm punching
you're
the
not in
conductor
control
dude.
of time. As you begin to say this, Marco just comes out of nowhere and just punches him across the face. Marco, could I get you to roll pushing your luck, I think, potentially? Skills and training, would you have been taught how to throw a punch? I'm going to let you choose. Push your luck or skills and training. Your choice.
I would argue that you and I had been sparring partners as
Yeah.
Passion? What's the other one? Relies on skills and training. What's that one?
Aquatic Archie's gone, Marco's still alive, and I've just responded, not for long. he's punching an earthbender with muscles like The Rock, so no, not for long.
I want to
Can I-
say this
I'm gonna
man
go-
has coal in his chest to the guy that punched the wall before.
You
I'm gonna
can call
push
that
my
out.
luck. Can I push my luck? Or
You can
do I
push your
do
luck.
skills and
No,
training?
you can push your luck. Yep. Oki, what are you doing while this is happening? You said something.
So while Mako is punching the conductor in the face,
Yep.
Oki, sensing opportunity, jumps off of like the biggest set of like boxes or something that she can.
Yeah, some dude's
And
luggage, you
addresses
just
the
jump on top of
crowd.
it.
And
Hey, that's
she's-
my
she's,
luggage.
like, She's trying to get them all into essentially a riot. And she's like,
How do you...
"These
Yeah,
are
go for it.
These
Go.
are the people that are keeping you out of the ferry. They're making you wait in the hot sun while they line their pockets for their own selfish gain. The ferries are running empty because they are getting paid enough to make it incentive for them to do it. Are you going to take this from a few people with all the power when all of you are here and you could rise up together and achieve what you actually want? You are more powerful than you know, and they are afraid, and they are keeping you down like this because they need you to be afraid.
I would like you to roll
Get up
with
and punch
passion.
something.
I would like you to roll with passion, please, Oki. That sounded like a very passionate speech. If you could please roll with passion for me.
Do this. Oh, fuck.
Oh dear.
I fall through the luggage.
As you jump up, the luggage just tips over and you just face plant. And so, like, you've got this whole speech in your head ready to go. And as you stand up to say it, you're like, "People of the earth," and smack into the ground. And the rest of it's kind of lost as you stand up and you've got dust like all over your face and mouth. Mako, 12 for your pushing your luck. You just come out of nowhere. Like there's this moment inside of you that the cactus juice gives you this complete confidence in what you're doing. And so normally when you've been sparring with Shurva, even though you kind of know what to do, you're scared of getting hit. You're scared of hurting yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's an accurate description of Mako. You don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
So you've never really put your all behind a punch, but the cactus juice is kind of deadening your fears at this point and deadening your critical thinking. And so normally when you would punch, you are holding back a little bit. You put everything into this punch. You just like fucking fly at this guy, like full run up and then just Superman him in the face from the side. You smack into his face. Your wrist immediately like is hurting quite much because you just punched this very muscular dude in the face. But it doesn't. It's only tingling and mildly sore at this point. You're still under the effects of the cactus juice, the after effects of it. And as you punch this guy across the face, you see a tooth splinter and fly out into the dust. The dude turns, blood starting to drip down from his face. The conductor turns and looks at you, looks back at the tooth, looks at you, reaches up and touches his lip and pulls away and looks at the blood. And then you watch as he keels over and faints flat on his back.
Nice.
Hoist Mako in the air as a champion to the people right now. This man is your protector.
I look at my fist. I'm a god.
In Mako's mind, you just hear one punch, just like going off. Mako, you look down at your fist like you feel good. The crowd sort of seeing you punch down this conductor, a hush goes over everybody, and you hear Oki from the floor being like, "Don't let your oppressors rule you any longer." And she's like coughing out dust, but still like on the floor. There's this moment where complete silence falls across the crowd. Those remaining who haven't walked off to go make their own boat. Did I hear someone start clapping? Was that you?
I was killing a mosquito.
But I mean, that would have been okay. No, this is what happens. There's a single clap, like just this, and then another one joins in, and then gradually people start to clap and cheer. The guy who punched a hole in the wall, the very very big earthbender who was across at Isle before, goes yeah, and he starts punching walls in the ferry terminal as he begins just like punching holes in it. With the young family, the father who you gave some money to, Mako looks towards you and goes, I think it's time that we leave. I don't suggest you hang around here long. The Dai will be here shortly. Like, they will hear of this very soon. And he begins like, please, like, come on, kids, come on. No, don't stay here. No. And the kid's like, what? Dad, that guy's punching holes in a room. No, come on. I don't want to do that. No. No, he's very wrong, very naughty indeed. That man punched a man's tooth out. No. But you liked that man before. I still do a little bit, but that's not a good role model for you. He can try to like drag his kids away.
As they're going, can I look at the dude on the ground who Mako just decked completely? Does he have his coin purse on him, on his side at all?
Yes, he does.
Can I quickly remove the coin purse from himself and take a gold coin out of it and shoot it at the family? Just go, hey, best of luck. And like, dude. Coin flick.
You open up the coin purse. You are lucky there are gold coins in that coin purse, because you didn't know that before you opened it, but there are some gold coins. Mostly silver, fair few copper, but there are a couple of gold coins, about 3 or 4 gold coins. You just pull out one of the gold coins, flick it over to the family. The mother catches it this time and goes, "There's no way we can spend this without... We're going to have to take this to some money changer and get it. This is too much. No, please." She hands the gold coin back. "This will just cause more trouble than it's worth, I promise. Just some silver's fine. 5 silver's plenty."
Perfect. I'll take the gold coin back. Okay, here's 5 silver.
The father sort of looks over and goes, he comes back over towards you guys. I'll take some silver though. He looks at the coin purse of the guard.
Yeah. Here is as I look at him, like as I put my hand covering like that, yes. Yeah. Here is a silver coin.
You pass him the gold.
Give him the wink. And yeah, put a gold in his hand.
He takes it, looks at it, eyes wide, looks back up and goes, "Thank you." Tucks it away in his underpants really quickly, like shoves it down his briefs, and then starts running. Doesn't do that. He starts rushing. Yeah, "First place people, look!" And begins rushing after his wife and children. Yeah, the coin purse that you open up, Rung, it looks like there's about 23 silver pieces. There's now 3 gold pieces left, and so I'll write this out for you so that you've got it. So 3 GP for gold pieces, 23 SP for silver, and there are 34 copper pieces, CP.
GP, was it 11 silver?
23 silver pieces, 34 copper pieces.
Hey, Owen.
Yeah.
Does the man have a fast pass on him?
As you start looking through, he has a number of interesting pieces of paper, Oki, tucked inside his inside jacket pocket. Can I get you? Yeah, can I get you to do an assess a situation? Just because there's a lot of paper here, just to sort of pick out the important ones.
Oh, so I'm happy just to steal all of them.
Okay. All right. You just grab everything.
Everything you've got on him.
Yeah.
You
pull out the paper. No. 13. Assess situation. Oki, no, you are very able to quickly identify it. A lot of this stuff's just garbage. It's like measures of how many people have been coming through, things like that. But there are 3 pieces of paper that really stand out to you. One of them is an official notification from the Daily, instructing this man to restrict the number of commoners able to leave the area, to hold them indefinitely, and delay them at the ferry station until further notice. Another piece of paper is a banknote. It is a banknote credit, and he has recently deposited roughly 130 gold pieces into the Bank of Ba Sing Se. And they're thanking him for his continued patronage. And there is an assurance that once his balance reaches a certain level, he can be moved to the upper ring of the city. From the middle ring to the upper ring.
He, remembering what happened last time she tried to address the crowd, goes to turn to Rung, realize maybe not a good idea, goes to turn to Mako, realize Marco's still high as fuck from the cactus juice, and then turns back to Rung and goes, "Hey Rung, can you read this out very loud for me?" And hands in the notice from the Daily.
Hearing that, I crack a whip very loudly over the head to get everyone's attention.
Yeah, most people immediately give you their attention. So the vast majority of the commoners are leaving this area as quickly as they can. There are a number of anarchists currently destroying the ferry station, including the... they're going to call him the Boulder, just like punching holes in... just punching holes in the wall of the ferryway station. Absolutely just going ham shit on it. Destroying the train line. He's just like... Yeah! Just punching shit and earthbending all around, creating like earthbending spikes. But yeah, as you do that crack, a lot of people stop and pause. He does not. He like storms inside and you hear the sound of him tangling with the other conductors inside. "What are you gonna do, little man?" And you hear him like punching people inside. "In the name of the Earth Queen, cease this behavior at once." "Stop me, little man." Boom! Starts punching them inside. Yeah. But there is a pause as you crack the whip, Shurva.
Thank you, Shurva, and thank you very much. Okay, this is interesting. As I sort of like open up the sheet.
You've forgotten something, Ali, but Rung has not, so carry on, Rung.
Shit, you can't read, can you?
Not well.
Oh, give me.
No. Ali realizes this. Oki does not. Oki did not realize that unprompted. We told you.
I don't.
I was
fully- I
helping
don't fully
clean up
take
Rung's
this.
collar and like petting down his
dusting him off.
suit to
Like,
make him look-
give him a quick shoulder
I'll
massage,
still
get him
on
in the
my
zone.
shoulders as I bring this up in front of me, and I'd like, I'd like to be able to read this and have like I'll sort of like pick me up where I go wrong.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm just not great. I'm just like the orders from the daily.
The
orders from
dailies.
the daily. As I go through that, just like stop. Boat
And you hear
people.
Al in the background going, Daily. Yeah.
Thank you, Detective Al. The daily. Basically, it says no people that aren't in the middle or the top tier or any other tier onto the boat, and this man is taking all the gold to stop you from doing that. So overall, not good. Keep destroying things; they're not nice.
And to keep them here as long as possible.
Yes, keep them here as long as possible. That's really wow. They'll die if they're just staying here in the sun all day. Wow,
They've been here for
that's
3.
not a
Wow.
good move. That man is a martyr. Keep punching holes in the wall and everything you see.
You
Is
see one of the...
ferry still
Oh, sorry, carry on,
off?
Shurva.
Sorry.
No, so the ferry's not there at the moment. The ferry had left before you guys arrived, heading back across, and you could see that it was empty, that no one was on it, and it was heading back across the water. The second ferry has not come back yet. So you know there's sorry, I say second ferry. The ferry has not returned back yet. There's only one ferry going backwards and forwards.
Okay.
Yeah, you watch as one of the other conductors, a much more slight younger man, flies out the roof and smashes into the ground next to you, unconscious. And you hear from inside, "Oh yeah!"
I reach down and see if he has a coin purse on him.
No, you can see that his half of his sort of clothing and belt and coin purse have been torn off at some point.
Unfortunate.
This man.
Does he
is
have a
an
jacket,
animal.
a coat?
Yeah, he's got the conductor's coat, which is a very tight button-up shirt that has almost like a priest's collar up around the neck, but it is a bit torn. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't look comfortable. No.
No, it does not look comfortable. You can now see in the distance a plume of smoke or dust coming closer and closer, getting larger and larger from the city towards this station, along the train track. Potentially a train returning, or...
Yeah, that's probably-
How did I
Right.
even know we're here?
The daily, we should probably go anyway.
Probably that one guy just ripping a hole in everyone he sees and everything. I think we've done our job here, guys. Well done.
Well, sufficient chaos.
We didn't do the damage. They did.
The conductor, the first conductor who spoke to you, the one who looks a little bit like the Rock, you can hear him sort of like muttering under his breath. He's like, should have built it underground. Can't punch walls if it's underground. He's like muttering to himself.
I punch him again. No.
Curb stomp him.
Fatality. Yes, you just curb stomp him. Amazing. Wow.
Sleep,
Ethical plays.
Sleep.
We're getting really
sleep.
dark. This is very dark, Avatar.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to
Go to
sleep.
sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Yeah, as you just like knock him out one more time. With like people are starting to notice this cloud of smoke getting closer and closer, this cloud of dust pointing and sort of calling out, "Lee, run! Scatter! You get out of here. Come on, go. I don't want to leave yet. Come on. No, but I want to see what happens with the daily. At least hide in the pole or something. I had to hide around a corner." They're trying to like get away.
Okay, we gotta go, guys.
We should go. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Time to handle that again.
Yeah, you guys continue heading towards the north. Are you running, walking? What's the plan?
Running.
Running.
Maybe a fast
Run for a
walk.
bit.
Yeah,
No.
a brisk jog.
Running. Sprinting.
A crisp? Did you say crisp jog or a brisk jog?
Brisk jaunt. But
Okay. A nice crisp jog. Yeah, a nice little brisk jog. Yeah, you guys begin sort of jogging away. I'm assuming you're taking the coin purse that you'd already looted with you.
Take
That
everything.
is a fair assumption.
You're taking his clothes as well. Strip him nude.
Oki's still got his papers. If there was a fast pass in there, she's keeping it.
Sorry, no fast pass.
Keeps it.
Now that you're thinking it through, Oki, you're getting the impression that potentially the fast pass might have been a bit of a scam to get more money off people. Now that you're thinking it through a bit more clearly.
think Fast Pass was a scam since Disney made it anyway.
That's the joke, yeah. No one got it straight away, so I was like, oh, okay. You guys still think this is actually a thing?
I was like, yeah, this is a theme park reference. I'm just going to ignore
I
it.
watched an hour documentary on
Fast Pass
YouTube about
was
Fast Pass recently by a channel called Defunct Land, and they just like rip on Disney. It's great.
Free
I
shout
wanna
out to
skip the
that
queues.
channel.
Defunct Land.
You don't want to skip the queues, is that what you said?
But I do want to skip the queues.
Well, you can't. It's too bad. It's not how it works. See, our mouse overlord likes it when you're in the queues, because when you're in the queues, you're not using his things, but you're still paying to be there. So they don't have to pay for wear and tear.
Yeah.
The more you're in a queue, the more you've paid for less things that you've gotten. And that's what our mouse overlord likes. That's what makes him happy. I like it when you do nothing. That's a terrible Mickey impression. I'll work on it.
Good.
Yeah, and you guys
terrible.
begin. That was pretty bad. And you guys begin. And I can do better impressions than that. It's just sad. And you guys begin. I hold myself to a higher standard. You guys begin crisply jogging away from the side. Crisply jogging, doing like power jog as you move along. After about sort of 15, 20 minutes, you can clearly see coming along the train track are 3 members of the Dai Li, earthbending their way down the train track. Using these massive stone hands, flinging them out in front of them, grabbing the track, and then pulling themselves towards it before the stone reforms on their hands. This really sort of fast method of locomotion as they are earthbending their way down the train track towards the station. You hear a cry of shit, and then the earthbender who had been like beating up the guards and destroying the wall, you see him vault out of the top of the ceiling through the hole that he punched the guard on a stone pillar. And as he's like flying through the air, he's like, "You'll never take me!" And then as he begins that sentence, 3 stone hands, one around his mouth, one around his arm, one around his legs, just catch him. He's like, "Shit!" as he falls backwards and crashes into the earth. The Dai Li capture him instantly. They immediately begin throwing these stone fists at anyone they can, anyone still within range of the ferry, catching some of the people who'd been looting, but a couple of the families who hadn't quite got away fast enough, trying to drag children or trying to pull possessions, they are captured indiscriminately. The Dai Li take... There's no discrimination at all. It is just everyone in the vicinity is immediately captured with these stone fists. Oki, say that out loud. Go.
Yeah, Oki looks at the others, seeing what that is, and she's like, "So, anyone feel like a fight?"
How many of them
there's
are
only
there?
3, right?
Three Dai Li.
3 of them? 3 of them, and then there are more of us?
I mean, I am a god, so let's go.
You have done something foolish, Andrew. You can wipe away the foolish condition now, just so you know.
Wait, did I do anything to wipe away a condition? What have we got? Still got foolish and insecure.
Bro is almost dead.
Alright.
Let's have a quick look. What have you got currently? You've got, did you say foolish and insecure? I'd say probably insecure. No, I'd say you can mark off foolish. You have done some foolish things to mark off foolish.
Yeah, that feels pretty common for me.
Yeah, you'll learn it back in a minute. Don't worry. Yeah. So, Oki, you're trying to sort of get the crew to run back and help the people. How's everyone else feeling about that? Just so that I know. Shurva, you on board for this?
The team does.
I look at my fists.
I'll team player.
Yes.
Mako's high. Shurva, how do you feel?
I see Mako just excited about the idea of having a fight, and I kind of just go, "Oh." And I pull a bottle of oil off my hip, start lathering up the whip.
For people who
Still,
might be
this-
joining us for the first time without context, that is a very fun statement, I have to say. So we'll carry on without providing that
Moving on.
context.
That makes it
Moving
sound
on.
really, really bad.
Yep, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Get
I
that
don't,
dumb game on!
I don't know. I don't know what to
Mako,
tell
there's
you.
a glint in your eyes.
Ugh. 50 Shades of Shurva. As you,
God.
that's the fanfic. Yeah, Shurva, you begin. What do you do? Sorry, Shurva, can you say it again for us? What do you do? You pull out a bottle of oil and what was that? What do you do?
Lube up the whip.
Okay. So Shurva begins
What's all
coating the
the
whip in
sound
oil
like?
in preparation for setting it on fire. For context. All right. Is that the? Don't know what to say. Okay. Is the plan now? You guys are going to be charging at the Dai Li just full pelt? Or are you going to be a little bit more? What's the approach here? Just so that I understand. Because at the moment it sounds like you're just going to go Sparta. Okay, yeah. Andrew's doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Bow down before my fists. Okay, so you see Mako just takes off. Like no warning. Mako just begins running towards the Daily. No firebending at this point.
Fight the Daily, and I'm like,
Oki's,
oh, okay.
Oki's with them. She's
Okay.
like, nah, we're fighting these dudes.
Oh my god. Okay, so all right, here we go. So let's do this. Beautiful. You guys just begin charging.
I was like, what? We're doing this?
Oh.
And
maybe
starts
you should
flying
take
up
the air.
so we can dive bomb.
Okay, amazing.
This is for is like can I earthbend to like 2 rocks for like if you take the air support, here's something to drop as I give him like 2 like rocks to drop down like bombs.
So you hand him. How big are these rocks you're handing him? Because ours not the most.
They're not massive. They're gonna be like
I also need
rocks
hands
like
to hold
maybe
the
like
glider.
that.
Okay.
As I lead
It's a good point too.
Aerial
Okay.
assaults.
All right, let's do this. So you guys begin charging at the group. Here we go. We're in our combat. As you begin running up, you see the Daily, all 3 turn towards you as you begin charging towards. The Daily standing out the front looks over and goes, "There's no need for you to fight. Stand down now." I'm assuming you guys continue on, at which point the Daily all ready themselves. So, what I need to know, are you guys, so what we'll do is we'll basically go through the same way with combat we've done before. So pick a style of attack. So remember there's defend and maneuver, advance and attack, and evade and observe. And that's how we're going to be going through in order for the combat, for Powered by the Apocalypse. So, can I know who is doing defend and maneuver, please?
I'll defend and maneuver my way up.
Okay, so we've got Oki and Rung defending. Oki and Rung defending and maneuvering. Advance.
Stone hands.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Advancing and attacking. Who is advancing and attacking?
Me.
Okay. Thank you. You have to say that out loud for the podcast listeners, please.
Me. Yeah,
So,
sorry.
okay. So
that took me a second.
Marco, Shurva. Sounds like you're advancing and attacking too. Correct.
Yes. I don't
Alrighty.
really have a choice.
Oh, what are you doing, buddy? You know, evade and
I
observe.
will. Yep, and I will watch. I'll evade and observe.
Alrighty, so we'll resolve the defend and maneuvers first. So the Daily are all defending and maneuvering. You watch as the Daily immediately like pull themselves into position and summon the stone fists once more. So we'll go through and get your defending and maneuvering. So Oki and Rung, what defend and maneuver moves are you taking?
Seize a position.
Seize a position. Okay, so you're going to move to a new location and basically like get ready to fight the foe. So you're going to engage one of the Daily, which means you can mark a fatigue to block something that they're going to try and do. Oh no, sorry, the other way around. Any foe engage with you can mark a fatigue to block this technique. So you can, move to a new location, engage the foe, overcome a negative status or danger, establish an advantageous position. All right, so I'm assuming you're trying to like establish an advantageous position then, right? Is that what you're...
Yeah, like do some sort of like earthbending thing, so it could be like putting up like a wall in between us and them, something like to hide behind if they throw their hands, or if I can slam like a bit of like a concave little thing like that, so it's like a slight sort of like wall, like anything I can do to give us something to stop the hands if we need to duck.
Absolutely. Very nice. Oki, you said you're trying to block the hands. Talk me through what you're doing.
So I'm not sure if that I think it's probably going to be more retaliate, because she doesn't really have a lot of ways to physically block the stone hands. So I think it's more like when she sees the stone hands flying towards her or her friends, she wants to sort of try and like maneuver out and under it and then shoot some like spears of ice just back at the Daily.
Alrighty, yeah, so that's a great retaliate. Amazing. Okay, and the Daily are also defending and maneuvering, but you don't hear what they're doing just at this point. So could I have Rung and Oki, could you please roll with focus? Our 2 advance and attackers, Mako and Shurva, could you please roll with passion?
Yeah.
Loving this combat music.
It's not it, Chief.
It's a recomposed version of, I think it's Destroy the Colossus, which is from Legend of Korra. And I know this because I was the one who recomposed it. All right, so we've got... Oh no, Rung. Miss failure.
Yeah.
So we've got Rung is a miss. Oki, can I get you to roll with focus for me too when you get a chance? Oh, you already have. Sorry, 11 full success. Nice. Mako 10 full success. Shurva 7 mixed success. So Oki,
Nice.
must be nice. Is that what you said? Oh, that's rough, buddy. Yeah, that sucks. No, that's fantastic. Amazing. Okay, so I think in that case, if you've rolled a full success, I think you actually get to pick 2 from memory. It's been a while since we did combat. Let me just quickly pull open and I will tell you right now, but I'm pretty confident you get to pick 2 of them. That's my understanding anyway. Let me pull open now that I've got the full version of the game. I know, how exciting.
Also, I just want to say, like,
version.
I did
Like
in
a
the,
week ago.
that's what I
And
say,
it's not for everyone, just the
in the
Kickstarter, just the
sheet I
Kickstarter
have,
people. So that's me. Yeah.
Like the Caesar position one for me
Yeah.
in this like sheet, I have to see it is like under defend and maneuver, but
Yep.
on the
Yes.
sheet here, it's under attack, advance and attack.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine-
so what you've got on the Roll20 is correct. I'll send you through an updated version of the... Yeah, it's changed around. They rechanged everything. I'm not sure if it's for the better or not yet. I'll keep you posted on how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of liked it before, but look, at the same time, like we just got to get used to this. We got used to the other one. Bear with me. Here we go. Trying to find the...
Oh, hibernate.
Yes, you're hibernate. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so if you roll, yeah, so you can pick 2 techniques. So if you've rolled, yeah, so you can actually pick different techniques. That's absolutely fine. You can pick 2 techniques if you've already rolled. If you've rolled a full success, you actually get to pick 2 of them. So that's absolutely fine. So you guys get to pick 2. So Oki, you're going to retaliate. Was there anything else you wanted to do as well? It has to be defend and maneuver.
So it's within that defend and response part.
Yeah, it still has to be within defend and maneuver. I think it is.
Special moves?
You can use special moves as well. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, there it is. I've accidentally collapsed it. So I guess would I then? That's so new. I don't. So would I be able to do like the advance and attack thing then, which is where I pummel them with blows and try and like shift them?
Is that one of your rulebook moves? One of your...
It's under fighting technique, but...
Okay, no, that's okay.
Oh,
let me...
No, that's from the idealist, which I don't have.
No. So what you can do, so basically the way it works is if you get a 7, if you get a 10 plus, you can choose to mark a fatigue to use a learned technique. You guys don't have any learned techniques just yet. You can use one practice technique, so that would be one of your essentially one of your special moves that you've learnt, or you can use 2 different basic or mastered techniques. So in that case, you could use any of the like ready, retaliate, Caesar position, strike, smash, those ones there. You can use those. You can use 2 of those essentially, but it has to still be within the defend and maneuver because you picked that's your approach essentially. If that makes sense.
In that case, so can I do a block and a retaliate? Is that?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, 100%. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to go off what's on the roll 21 just because we're working on the same thing. So then we're all doing the same. So yeah, you can block. And then you can, so you can choose one advanced attack technique for the rest of this exchange, mark 1 fatigue to block an enemy within reach, and then you can retaliate. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, so would you still have your explosive tips from the flammable goo? No, you don't. Sorry, Shurva. Post Mako wish. Unfortunately not. Sorry. You're not happy about it. I can see your face. Sorry. Talk to the man who made terrible wishes.
I just read like that part at the top and I was like, wait, flammable tips. Where did I get? Oh my god, I have flammable tips. But no. Sorry. Taken away.
Sorry. Okay. So we're going to do this in order. So the defend and response. So we'll go off what's on this one, and then I'll try and update the roll 20 so that it's correct. So we'll go off defend and response first. So we get the retaliates, blocks, and retreats going off first. The Dai Li, it all looks like they are basically preparing themselves for your attacks. They are readying themselves for your attacks, it looks like. Oki, you set off your block, and Rung, you just basically, you go to Earthbend up to create these barriers. But as you're sort of running forwards, you're finding it hard to concentrate on the earthbending. And as you make these barriers, they're actually off towards the left, not blocking anything at all at this point, just off over towards the side. Our advance and attackers, Mako and Shurva, you have both rolled with Passion. 7 for Shurva, so you get to pick 1. Mako, you rolled a 10, so you get to pick 2. Let's do Shurva first. Shurva, what would you like to do as your move? So you can pick from Strike, Caesar Position, or Smash, or one of your special fighting techniques that you've learned.
That is a good question. Did we decide last time if Mako lighting the whip on fire was a move in itself?
It kind of is in a way. It's kind of him doing a well, is it though? It's kind of almost like a help action in a way, like getting you ready with a help. I would argue that he can use one of his attacks to do that. He can use one of his actions. So he's using one of his moves to light your whip and fire. So because this is happening simultaneously, Mako uses one of his moves to light your whip and fire. So Shurva, your whip catches fire immediately. So you still have your action.
So I unfurl it beside me, Mako to light.
Yep, I light it up as we're running.
Yep.
Just
the movements we did on my screen, we have our cameras
you're lined up perfectly. I know.
So it looks like we're holding hands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. And I can punch. The side.
Anyway. So my whip is now lit.
Yep.
Fully lit.
Lit.
And sorry, did you say that they were in a line or in a triangle?
They're in a wedge shape. So there's one at the front and 2 behind, one to the left, one to the right. So they're basically formed like a wedge.
Phalanx.
Thank you, Phalanx.
Okay. I whip it towards the guy at the front, assuming that he is some kind of leader.
Yeah.
And I try to catch it around his waist.
Alrighty. So this kind of sounds a little bit like a version of a Caesar position, I would actually argue, because you're sort of striking at him using advance and attack, but you're trying to establish an advantageous position by whipping this around his waist. Yeah, so I would argue this is a Caesar position. Beautiful. Yeah. So that you're successful because you've already rolled for the passion. So you whip forwards and try and wrap this around him. Unfortunately, this dialy at the front is blocking anyone within reach who's using a Caesar position. The other 2 are as well. So as they do this, they mark a fatigue, and as your whip flies forwards, the stone hand comes up and grabs the edge of your whip. You can mark a fatigue to still do your move if you'd like, but at the moment he is blocking that move. It's up to you.
Will I need to mark a fatigue to pull my whip back?
No. You just whip it back and the stone hand lets go immediately.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just do that.
Yep. Cool. Mako, over to you, buddy.
I'm just reading Smash. It just says destabilize something in the environment. What does that actually do in terms of...
So the full version of it, let me pull it open really quickly, but basically essentially what happens is when you smash something, it gives you I think it's a bonus over an attack potentially, or it inflicts a status condition on the give me a second. I'm pretty sure it inflicts a status condition on the enemy that you are attacking it with.
Cool.
Bear with me 2 seconds. Been a while since we did the fighting. Goodness me. You guys have been avoiding combat really effectively.
And yet somehow Rung is still almost dead.
Yeah, we haven't had a good sleep in forever though.
I'm hanging on.
Yeah,
brother.
so mark one fatigue to destroy, destabilize something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate positive or negative status. So yeah, you can inflict a status on them. So the statuses are things like, let me read out the statuses to you just so you can hear them. So doomed, you can basically Doom's a tricky one actually. So to be more things like impaired, so you could slow them down or mark them off balance, which means that they mark a fatigue or have to choose one fewer technique. Trapped, you can basically have them so that they're trapped in position if you make like a little whirlpool of fire. Or stunned, catch them off guard, they can't act or respond until the next round, until the next encounter. The next exchange, I should say.
Stunned. That would be good.
Yeah.
Don't know how I'm gonna do that though.
I guess like a blast of fire right into the face. That'd do it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. That was sort of. Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, that's a very nice fan.
So doing
big fan
I'm
of
guessing
it.
you're doing the guy in front, the one that Shurva tried to hit at with the whip, correct?
Yes, after just like lighting the whip on fire, I follow
Yep.
through and just punch a ball of fire at the guy in
Yeah.
front.
The one in front is taking the block against Caesar position. He is not ready for a smash as this blast of fire sort of comes into his face. He holds his hands up to shield his eyes. And you mark stunned on him, so he's caught off guard. He cannot act until next turn. All right,
Andrew
now we.
is actually cosplaying as Phoenix this whole time.
What was that?
Phoenix, right?
Phoenix from Valorant.
Oh.
He has a voice line.
Objection.
Watch your eyes.
Watch
Oh my
your
god,
eyes.
amazing. Alrighty, so our evade and observes. This is just you. You're the only one evading and observing. Would you please roll for me? Yeah, exactly. Could you please roll for me with clear one fatigue, and so you get to clear one of your fatigues, and you can roll with creativity or harmony, your choice.
Wait, why do I get to clear fatigue?
Yeah, it's in the this is in the updated rules. I'm going to use the updated rules for some of this stuff wherever I can.
4.
Okay, so unfortunately, you're not able to do too much. There's sort of nothing you can really do in this position. As you sort of like are getting into position, you're trying to pick an advantageous spot, but the three of them, the way they're aligned, it's very tricky to find somewhere to attack and find an appropriate area to do too much. So you're sort of unable to do anything at that point. Alrighty,
Up in the
There
air,
we go.
circling around, trying to find yeah, he's just observing from the top.
Okay. We move on to the next round, the next exchange. Is anyone defending and responding? Anyone defending and responding? Let me know now.
Nope.
No. Oki is, yep.
Defend
Run.
respond. Let me double check defend and respond. Has it changed or anything?
No.
It is focus.
Retaliate, block, or retreat.
Okay.
You roll with focus. What was that? Sorry, Ali?
They use. Oh, I didn't realize that they use different things depending.
Yeah.
So what the defender response uses what? Sorry, harmony.
Defender response uses focus. Advance and attack uses passion, and evade and observe. You get to pick between creativity or harmony. Your choice.
Cool. Easy.
In that case, can I actually attack? Of
course you can.
Focus.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
I'll defend
Oh, yeah,
and
we
respond.
said-
It's focus.
Alright.
all
So
day.
Rung's going to defend and respond. Beautiful. Advance and attack. I'm guessing is everyone, but Arl, I'm assuming you're going to do another round of evade and observe, correct?
I'll try again. Yes, I'll try again.
Yeah, absolutely. This round, the Dai Li are also doing advance and attack, so it's only Rung to start off with defend and response. Rung, could you please roll for me with focus?
Focus.
Focus.
Focus. I heard that means for F off because you're stupid once upon a time ago.
Wow.
Focus.
That's not something we want to teach people. That's just very rude.
No, it's what you tell people to focus, and like, oh, I'll focus, but you secretly, you know what you're telling them to do.
Oh, Rung. 5.
Yeah,
Not your
so
night with the
good.
rolls, is it?
Yeah, I'm not focusing enough.
Not focusing enough. Yeah, look, unfortunately, yeah, as you go to like get yourself into position again, like the Dai Li are moving very like coordinated. They are basically keeping themselves in this incredibly sort of protected position, moving around. And as they move into this other position, as you go to sort of pull up some earthbending, 2 civilians run across your path, trying to get out of the way. The Dai Li trying to avoid the problem, and you have to immediately stop what you're about to do. Advance and attack all goes off at once. So the Dai Li, all of them are going to strike, or a version of strike with their stone fists. You watch as immediately 3 sets of stone hands fly out towards the front line. At this point, the front line consists of Mako, Shurva, and Rung. Mako, Shurva, and Rung, I need you all to mark me 1 fatigue as these stone hands fly at you and strike into your body. Oh no, sorry, only 2. Sorry, Rung, you don't do this. It's just Shurva and Mako who were the ones, because one of them is stunned from last. Yep, one of them stunned from the last combat. So only 2 stone hands fly out. So you watch as the Dai Li, the 2 at the back, noticing their leader is still a little bit like sort of trying to wipe away the soot, trying to like clear his eyes out from this sudden burst of heat. The 2 behind step forward, poof, push forward these stone hands, which fly towards and smash into your chests. But it is now your advance and attack. So could I please have... let's go Shurva, Mako, and Oki. Could all three of you please roll me with passion?
Now, can I add my inspiration before or after?
You can add your help before or after, your choice.
Okay.
You may as well do it after.
Shurva, you're getting inspiration.
Thank you.
Marco's going to help.
+2, I think.
Alrighty,
Or,
Oki,
like,
that's an 8, so you get to
+1
pick
that you did
1.
anyway.
Shurva, you get to pick 1 because the 7 is a pass. It's just a +1. Marco,
Cool.
yours a pass. Each of you get to pick 1 basic or practice move.
With the strike, the Mark 1
Strike.
fatigue to inflict a condition on a
Yeah.
player within reach.
Absolutely. Yeah, and which one are you going for? Which of the die lead? There's one in front, 2 behind him.
Probably the point guy, like
Yeah.
whoever looks like they're in charge, kind of deal.
Yeah, the guy at the front definitely looked like he was in charge. However, at the moment, he's still a bit stunned from Marco's previous attack and seems sort of a bit out of it.
So she's gonna keep hammering on that guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Marco?
I do the same thing. I stun the dude in front again.
Okay, you go for another stun. Absolutely.
I'm just
And
like, careful now.
Yep, careful now. And Shurva. So you have to mark a fatigue to do that. Sorry, Marco, just remember to do that,
Yeah,
that technique.
that's
Yeah, cool. Just make sure.
How does that guy at the front look?
Oh, yeah, the 2 sets of flame, his eyebrows are gone. The top of his hair's been burnt back a bit, so now he's got a massively receding hairline from the 2 bouts of fire right into his head. And Oki wants to feel insecure, really insecure. Okay, I'll take that in mind. He's sort of stunned a bit. There's a large... where Oki has like water bended out this like water whip that's cracked across him. Massive bruises already starting to form across his chest. He looks hurt. Yeah, he looks like he's suffering a bit.
And the other 2 guys just look fine.
Yeah, nothing's happened to them yet.
Okay. I'm going to strike one of the guys behind on the left.
Left strike. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, you go for a strike. You can mark a fatigue to inflict a condition. You can tell me which condition you'd like to inflict.
I want to inflict afraid.
Afraid. Okay. And how do you do that? Talk me through what you do. Start
So my
whipping good.
whip's still on fire.
Still on fire. Yep.
I'm going to whip it out and graze it against his cheek.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No. Love it. And he sort of like clutches at his face from the burn and the cut and goes, ah. Alrighty.
So it's like really close to taking an eye out, kind of.
Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
what he's
Yeah.
afraid of.
Okay. No, I like that. That's great. Evading and observing. Could you please roll me with harmony or creativity? Your choice. And you may also
sure
remove
thing.
another fatigue.
When it says an engaged foe, does it mean like we're engaged with all 3 of them, or do I have to
Yes.
be like in one-on-one combat with them?
No. I interpret that as a foe that you're currently in a combat exchange with.
Okay, cool. So I rolled a 10, full success.
So you get to pick 2. So remember, you can also
I
use
watch your
basic
foe
moves here
twice?
as well. What was that? Sorry. Can you watch?
What's basic moves?
So things like trick, intimidate, assess, rely on skills and training, push
yeah,
luck,
yeah,
plead.
yeah.
You can still use the basic moves there as well.
So there's one called Watch a Foe. Choose an engaged foe to carefully observe. In your next
Yep.
exchange with them, before anyone makes any choices, they must announce what approach they choose and one technique of that approach they will use.
Yep, you can do that.
Can I use that twice on 2 foes?
Yeah, no reason why not. Of
Once
course
on
you
2
can.
foes, I should say. Yep.
Yeah, no, of course you
cool.
can.
I use it on the really hurt guy and
Yep.
one of the others.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I was like circling around and just like he sees the weak spot. He knows what they're about to do. So
Link, the weak spot's the head. Yeah.
So he's going to tell his teammates if they need to retaliate or whatnot, block based on what they're going to do.
2 fabulous
Okay.
people. Cool.
Okay. Alrighty. Next round of the engaged combat. So you watch now as more of the NPCs who had been previously locked down with these stone hands, are now starting to break free and running. You guys are providing a really good distraction. You watch as a number of the people, particularly the ones who are causing the anarchy, the known benders, begin breaking out the others, the families, and they just begin sprinting it. They are out of here. Like, while you guys are mucking around with the Dai Li, they're taking the opportunity to run. Alrighty. Al, because you get this before anyone starts, the Dai Li member in front, it looks like he is about to test balance. Evade, observe, and test balance. One of the ones behind the one on the left that Shurva struck before is going to strike.
Which one's stunned? The other one then?
The one in front. He's the one who's... Oh, sorry, he's still stunned. Thank you. No, sorry. Okay, so the one at the back is going to smash to destroy or to stabilize something in the environment. The one on the left is going to strike. So they're both going to advance and attack. One's going to smash, one's going to strike.
Cool.
Okay. Is anyone going to defend and respond?
I'm going to defend and respond.
Al's going to defend and respond. Marco's going to defend and respond.
It's
Rung?
work one time. It's going to work.
Okay, Rung. Yep.
50%
Oki,
works every time.
are you defending and responding as well?
Yeah, she wants to try and get the retaliate to work again.
Okay, amazing. And Shurva, are you going to strike, I imagine?
I'll do an advanced
When the
attack,
daily come
but I
along,
haven't
you should whip it.
Decide yet.
Whip it good.
Okay. So you're going to whip it good, is that correct, Shurva?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to wrap it around one of them again. So that would
Do
be
another Caesar position.
Caesar
Yeah.
position.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, everyone's going to be defending and responding, which means you guys go before the Dai Li. Oki and... Sorry, basically everyone but Shurva, could you all please roll me with focus?
Can I use You Can't Knock Me Down? When you're
Yes, of course you
engaging
can.
in combat with a superior foe, you refuse to back down and roll with harmony for defend and respond instead.
Yes, of course you can.
And I can't
I'll
retreat for the
defend and
rest of the
respond
game.
tenfold. Yep. Okay, wow, we've got some really good rolls. So we've got a rung roll with focus is 11. Oki is a 9, Al is a 10, Marco is a 6. Oh mate, sorry. So what happens on a miss? It'll say on a miss.
No, it's just a roll with the thing. There's
okay.
no miss.
Oh, okay, so you're doing that instead of your oh no, so okay, so you were gonna do that instead of your defend and
So that when I do defend and respond,
you can choose to do that move.
I can choose to do this move.
Yeah. Okay.
And then for the rest of the fight, I can't retreat. That's the payoff.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, no, that's all right then. So unfortunately, that does not activate. So you still can use this move because it hasn't worked. You haven't rolled, so you haven't done it. So you can still use this in the future. Okay, Al, defend and respond. What are you doing, Al?
So yeah, Al was circling above. He knows what they're about to do, so he dives in and uses the block action twice with both his moves. Once to block a smash, and then once to block a strike.
Beautiful. Yep, you block both of them. Absolutely. So you get to mark 2 fatigue, but you block both of their attacks, unless they mark an additional fatigue. They're not going to. That would be a problem for them. Oki, you get to pick one. Which one are you going to do? Can't hear you, Oki.
I think the retaliate is still my only option at the moment.
Retaliate? Yep. Cool. Rung, you get to pick one as well, I believe. No, you get to pick 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's go Caesar position and retaliate. This one
So you
here.
can't do Caesar position
can't do
because
Caesar.
that's an advance and attack. So you can only do one of the defend and respond
That's
moves.
right. Yeah.
So you could
that's
do
right.
retaliate and another one of the basic moves. So you could do things like plead, push your luck, intimidate, assess the situation, trick. You could do one of those. You can always do those with any one of those.
Yeah, let's go retaliate and intimidate.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Shurva, no, you're doing attack. Mako, no, you failed. All right, cool. Then that's everyone's things. As the 2 Dai Li go to do the strike and the smash, Al flies down, and Al, how talk me through how you're doing this. How are you blocking them? Are you just gonna like airbend right up around them? Like, talk me through it.
Yeah, so I'll like lands a bit further back with so he gets a bit of a run up. So he's like 3 or 4 steps, does a full like 360 spin, and like when he finishes the spin with his glider, just like counters them with like a gust of air. So
Yeah,
it just
okay.
is smashing down and just striking, they kind of gets blown back a bit.
Yeah, you watch as both of them go to push down and do this earthbending, but the earth, like the stone fists that they're currently using, just crumble under the force of your blast of air that pushes them back. Very, very nicely done. They're blocked, so you don't have to worry about retaliate. They can't do anything. Like their moves are blocked. They can't mark the fatigue or they're in real trouble, so they are just blocked. That's what happens. Alrighty, back up to the top. Is anyone defending and responding?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Oki?
Nah, she's gonna attack.
Okay. So just Mako is defending and responding, correct?
Yep.
Cool. Attacking. Who's attacking? Shurva, I imagine you're attacking. Oki, you're attacking.
Did I get to attack last round?
Oh, sorry. No, you didn't. I'm a terrible game master. You're seizing a position, aren't you? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, 100%. So you, sorry about that. Absolutely. You may, you can advance to a new location, engage new foes, avoid obstacles, or establish advantageous position. So I'd say in this particular thing, what you're doing is essentially inflicting a status effect using this. So you may mark a fatigue, and what status would you like to inflict, and who are you inflicting the status on?
I'm going to inflict afraid on the guy on the right.
Okay,
So
absolutely.
The two back guys are now afraid.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. They're not looking good about it. I've just realized this is actually a bit... There's a number of... I've got 3 different versions. The Roll21 is different to the Quick Start Guide, which is different to the final version. Yeah. I'll see if I can edit. Yeah, I'll see if I can edit the. I'll see if I can edit Roll20 to update it to the quick to the final Legends rules. I will do that. Yeah, there's 3 different versions I can see in front of me, so don't panic too much. I'll fix this up and
I get confused about moves all the time. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll send you through the.
I've for like 5 years. Cool.
I've got a quick start here that is correct. I'll send you through this. It's just 2 pages and it is 100% correct because it's the full version of it. I'll send this to you tonight and we'll use that instead of the Roll21 from now on if that's okay with you guys. Just shows the basic moves and the cool. Okay, so inflicting a status condition. I'll mark that off there. Beautiful. Okay, back up to the top. So we know Oki is striking, Mako is defending and responding. Is anyone else defending and responding?
Quick question.
Yes.
You let me heal a fatigue earlier when I used evade and observe.
Evade and
observe. Thing when you
every time you evade and observe, you can do that. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep. Clear 1 fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony.
Where is that?
It's on the final version. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's on the.
Like,
Yeah.
where
I know.
is this
Do you
thing
even
I'm
have
missing
to
out
roll
on?
well? Like if you fail the roll, do you?
You still get to clear fatigue. I'm pretty
Oh
certain.
my god.
Pretty certain. Let me just I'll double check, but I'm pretty. I think you still can. It doesn't say whether you can or can't, to be perfectly honest. It says clear 1 fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony. So that implies that they're 2 different things, that rolling's the second thing you do, but you clear fatigue first. I would argue that you do clear fatigue and then roll with creativity or harmony. So yeah.
I too would like to
Evade and observe.
evade and
Yeah.
observe.
All right.
Well, if they're doing that, then I would like to advance and attack, given that's my bad roll. But why not? We'll see how.
No, that's fine. Okay, so first up is Mako, because you're defending and responding. So Mako, could you please roll me with focus? 7. Yep. Please pick a technique. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna block.
Yep. What? Who are you picking? And sorry. You don't pick it. You don't pick a person. You pick one advanced and attack technique. Strike you. So anyone who does a strike, you're gonna block. Perfect.
Yep.
Beautiful. Alrighty. So you're ready to go. Advance and attack. Once again, the die lead look like they are going to attack as well. So they're going to go at the exact same time as you guys. So you guys watch as the die lead. The one who was previously stunned is no longer stunned. He smashes down in front of him with this very powerful burst of earthbending as he pushes his fists into the ground. You watch as these giant stone hands rise up around Mako, who has pissed him off immensely. Mako, he is going to mark a fatigue and try and inflict trapped on you.
Mako fatigue.
So Mako, not trapped. Sorry, it would be impaired. So you're slowed or off balance. So mark a fatigue or take -2 to all physical actions. Your choice.
Is that a
Where's
strike?
that?
Because didn't Mako just block strike?
Smash, not a strike.
Okay.
Where's
Where's
the -2 to physical actions?
It's not something you can access. It's just we'll have to take that off your dice rolls every time you do a physical action. But otherwise, you'd take a fatigue. It's also easier.
It would be
Okay.
normally, but I'm gonna have to take the.
That's okay. We'll just remember that anytime you do anything physical, we'll take -2 off whatever your roll is. That's fine. It's just for a single round as well, so that's fine. Or until that status is cleared, essentially. The one behind goes to strike. The block Mako does goes off and prevents that strike going off. So Mako, could you mark a fatigue for me? Oh, have you already marked that fatigue to do the block?
I don't. Is it you do mark a fatigue to a block?
Yeah, mark 1 fatigue to block an enemy within reach who uses that technique, unless they mark an additional fatigue.
Okay. Cool.
You can choose to mark a condition instead of a fatigue if you'd like.
Yep. I'm doing that.
Okay. So which condition did you mark? Just so that I can weave it into the narrative. Anger. Okay.
I'm mad that I'm in the hands.
Yeah. Yep. Easy peasy. That's very easy to explain. Alrighty. Our advance and attackers. So that is Aal, Oki, Shurva. Was that? No, Rung's doing evade observe. All right. Aal, Oki, Shurva. Roll for me with passion. Sorry, buddy. 6. That's rough. Oki, 8. You get to pick one. Shurva, 12. You get to pick 2. So, Oki.
Does anyone look like they're one condition away from being KO'd?
How would you possibly know that?
Right, they're looking scared, they're looking foolish, really tired, maybe a little bit bloodied.
They are all looking bloodied.
Keep describing Rung.
All 3. All 3 are looking fairly rough.
I think she's going to take the guy, the point guy that she keeps hammering on.
Yep.
And he's already afraid, he's already insecure.
Yep.
She wants him to be foolish now as well. He's losing to a bunch of kids.
No, he's as you do this, so you're striking, I imagine, correct?
Yeah, striking.
As you strike out with your water whip, I'm assuming, or ice. How you strike it? Talk me through it.
Probably a water whip. So like she pulls the bending water out of her little canteen, and in the same way that she's seen Shurva, just whipping at people with the fire whip, she's like, I'm totally gonna try doing that. So she's like trying to mimic Shurva.
Okay.
With this water whip.
How do you want to do this?
Can this she sort of wants to whip out as if to sort of try and hit him in the shoulder. Instead, it sort of goes behind him, comes around the side of his neck, and then she pulls sideways so that he just goes boop.
Okay, that's exactly what happens. That's what you see. Whoop is correct. You watch as this water whip goes around, grabs his head, and smashes him into the ground in front, knocking him cold out. Shurva, there's only 2 Daily left who are also looking a bit bloodied. You get to pick 2 attacks.
Can I use both attacks, but in
on different people?
motion?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
So, okay, what I want to do is I want to whip out, grab around the waist of one, and slam him into
the other.
him.
Yeah, I'd say seize a position followed by a strike. Absolutely, of course you can. Yeah. Shurva, as you whip out and wrap it around the waist of one of them, you force him to take a condition or take a status. I'd say probably it's again going to be probably more impaired. He can't take -2 to physical actions. He has to choose one fewer technique. And as you whip him towards the other one, they smash into each other. They can't take any more fatigues. You watch as their heads into each other, smash into each other. They both just drop like heavy sacks of potatoes, I should say, not just a single sack of potato. They both smash into each other, and you watch as they just drop limp to the floor. You guys are out of combat. That's the Daily, all 3 are knocked out. It looks like they were not prepared for facing off against 5 powerful warriors.
Do they have their wallets?
Yeah, do that. I'm actually going to look for identification to see which group they're from.
Mako, no identification. The whole point of secret police is that they're secret. As you begin going through their stuff, there's no identification.
Different markings or anything like.
No badges.
Passport or anything.
Can I have whoever's searching these people roll me an assessor situation to see what sort of stuff you find?
Name of their first dog, street they lived in, mother's maiden name, none of that.
Yeah, mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
First pet name.
First pet. Yeah.
Does tipping them count as needing to assess the situation?
No, it does not.
No, she wants to steal their
stripping them. It's worse.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Guys, come on, like we can put things to be dilute.
Okay, so
big is the clothing?
so Mako 6, unfortunately, you're sort of like, I think probably a little bit like panting from the adrenaline coming down of this fight, like, like having
wearing off. I'm like sort of tired. I'm sore.
Cactus juice is wearing down, and as it wears off, it's like a sugar high dropping off. Like you are feeling a bit tuckered out. Shurva 9, is there anything you're looking for, Shurva, in particular, as you look through their possessions?
Any kind of paperwork, orders from the Queen, orders from their leader, any kind of letters, bank statements.
There is a
like
piece of paper that you pull out, Shurva. It looks like a map of the area around towards the east of Ba Sing Se, specifically an area called Lake Laogai. And it shows a point on the lakefront where someone has drawn a symbol and written the word entryway. Just on the shore of Lake Laogai.
Wow, that is some shit, secret police.
It's because they're new recruits. That's how you defeated them.
So you... No,
we're all powerful gods.
We're all powerful gods, obviously.
Like,
mighty and powerful gods. Yeah. Al,
we have
2
power
questions,
of God
buddy.
and anime on our side.
What are you looking for?
No one could ever beat an airbender.
Yeah. What are you looking for, Al? You got two things.
Back to what Oki was asking earlier, like their clothing, if we took it and rolled it up, is it like something that's like portable to take with us?
Oh yeah,
would it be too big?
So the Dai Li wear these very long flowing robes and these large circular hats that sort of cover their heads and cover part of their faces as well when they're in certain positions. But the robes themselves, like what they're wearing underneath is just normal Earth Kingdom clothes. But the robes are what's important over the top. It looks like they are designed to be easily hidden and thrown over so that the Dai Li can work undercover as well. The Dai Li can be anywhere at any time, and when they need to be in their Dai Li regalia, can just throw on the robes and the hat. There are 3 sets of... Oh, sorry, yeah?
But and the hat is portable as well.
Well, it's as portable as any like Bunnings hat, large like fedora is.
It's not like a big fan. You can just.
It doesn't fold up. No, it does not. The hat does not fold up. It is a large dish, a large traditional circular hat.
But like
okay, cool. So I guess Oki and Al are like rolling up the clothing to take.
Yeah, I mean you're not stripping them because they're just wearing normal clothes underneath. But you pull off these long flowing robes. They're quite thin. They're designed to be an overcoat essentially. They button up down the center as well. So that the sleeves are free, but the legs are able to move around underneath quite freely as well to allow for more effective earthbending. But yeah, you grab those absolutely. You can add the shoes and jackets. The jackets are designed for men. I will say you don't think they're going to fit you very well, Oki. Just so you know.
Not for Oki. She is full on stealing their shit.
Oh, okay.
If she comes like across like villages or anything that need like, clothes or whatever, shoes, kids.
Donating them. Yeah.
She is being the Robin Hood of clothing, I think, at this point.
Okay.
From the rich.
Okay, as you pull off their shoes, you are assailed by an awful smell. You do get the sense that the Dai Li spend a lot of time on their feet. Probably don't have a lot of time to care for their... Yeah, they're not getting a lot of mani-pedis, let me put it that way.
Poor hygiene.
Yeah, or foot hygiene. Yeah, very serious earthbender foot going on. I would also actually point out as well that their shoes are not traditional shoes. They're just the top. Their feet are bare underneath to be in contact with the earth. And that makes sense to you when you look at it, because that's how earthbenders generally have to function.
That's even worse that they smell when you take the shoes off.
Yeah, I know.
Like
No.
the fact that they're open and breathable.
Yeah.
The dirt
Yeah,
cleans
yeah.
your feet as I shuffle my toes in the dirt in front of you.
The dirt actually cleans your feet.
Exfoliating. No earthbenders have like calluses on their feet.
Shurva already found the map, so I guess if there isn't any other paperwork to look for, are they carrying snacks?
Yes, they are.
All questions I've been
As you go through, there are a number of snacks. You can see one of them actually has what looks to be like a steamed bun, like a steamed dumpling. Two steamed dumplings in a little wrapped up paper package. They look to be vegetable in nature. Maybe
Yes.
red bean or another legume.
I'll take some to share for when they need later on when we start walking to get out of here. So
Okay. Oki, can you read out loud what you've just typed there, please?
Just steal everything from them, leave them tied up in their undergarments in the ferry terminal.
You know that
if they have anything.
you know that you can.
Thank you.
You know that you can do that. It doesn't take you very long at all to strip them and tie them up to the ferry terminal. They are knocked out at this point. Their compliance isn't really a factor as you tie them up to the ferry terminal. It's at this point that you can now see more plumes of dust coming from the walls of Ba Sing Se, rather rapidly.
Run!
We're done here. Good luck, everyone else.
All right. Good luck, everybody else. Yeah, everyone's gone. There's just you guys left. As you guys were fighting with the Daily, that gave the citizens the opportunity they needed to get out of here. So you have very successfully disrupted the Daily's actions in arresting people. There is no one left for them to arrest right now except for you 5.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
did
yes,
it.
that
We
was
saved
our
the city.
plan. That was our plan all along. We were saving people, not just fighting for the sake of fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
We will wrap up this episode as
One
the
more
5 of
question.
you. Oh yes, go.
the boulder, is that his name? Can we unshackle him? And
He during the fighting, as you look over to where he was, he's gone. He has broken himself out and bailed.
Cool. Yep, we're happy. Cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
he was one of the first ones to. He did not help anyone else. He just unshackled himself. Earth bent out the Daily's hands and disappeared as soon as he could. He disappeared very quickly. As soon as he was no longer having attention put on him, he just scarpered instantly.
Godspeed, the boulder. Godspeed.
I guess he'd be the pebble because he's like the boulder's father. Or would he be like the?
The mountain.
Yeah, I'll think on that.
Rolling stone.
Sure. And with that, as we see our brave heroes, our 5 brave heroes, legging it into the sunset in fear of the retribution of the Daily, that is where we'll wrap up for tonight. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming and joining us. Thank you so much. What an awesome session. Thank you to all the lovely players. Again, obviously, could not be here without you guys, so thank you so much. Awesome session, everybody. Well, we are going to rock and roll. We will see you all again next Thursday. So until then, stay safe, stay well. We'll see you next time, guys. Farewell, bye.
GG.
Take care,
GG,
Garnier.
bye. What?
Bye.